Hey, so this is a video on how to play in the blues. Playing in blues, so knowing the 12-bar blues chord progression is really helpful for music therapists for a number of reasons. A lot of songs are written using blues chord structure, so if you know how to play it, then it makes learning songs a lot more easy. It's really easy to write a quick song using blues chord structure. So today we'll learn how to play the blues in two different keys, in the key of E and A. So I'm going to teach you a couple different chords in those keys that help make the blues sound bluesy. And then we'll also learn how to make kind of a melody to fit with the song. Okay? So let's just talk about the blues chord progression. So 12-bar blues is kind of divided into three sections. So your first 4 bars is just the tonic chord. And then your second 4 bars is 2 bars of your subdominant and 2 bars of your tonic. And then your third 4 bars goes 1 bar each of dominant, subdominant, tonic, dominant. Okay, so it sounds like this. So tonic, 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 subdominant, subdominant, tonic, tonic, dominant, subdominant, tonic, dominant, and so on. And that's basically it. Now you'll notice that I'm doing some interesting things with my chords. There's a little bum, 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 ba-dum, right? And so what I'm doing there is I'm adding a 6th to the chord. So if you think of your major triad, 1, 3, 5, I'm moving that 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, right? And it gives it that bluesy feel. And sometimes I add the 7th, 5, 6, 7, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that. So here's E major. Sounds like this, right? You know that? Okay, so E add 6 looks like this. So I'm taking my pinky and I'm adding it on the 2nd fret, 2nd string, right? So if I go back and forth in between E and E6, then I get that sound. So let's try that. So 1, 2, 3, go. Nice. And here's E7. So now that pinky that was on 6th basically just slides up a fret to the 3rd fret, but stays on that same string. And you get that nice 7th chord. So now let's try E, E6, E7, E6, E in a bit of a rotation there, okay? 1, 2, 3, go. Nice. Okay, so now let's do the same thing with A. So here is A. And here is A6. So now you're taking your pinky and putting it, just layering it on that line of fingers on your 2nd fret onto that top, the highest string. Okay, so it sounds like this. Okay, so let's go from A to A6, A to A6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. And then here's A7. So now, same as when we did with E, we're just sliding the pinky over 1 fret. Okay, So let's do the same thing. We'll go A, A6, A7, A6, A, and so on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Okay, and there's one more way to play A7. So it looks like this. So basically you just take your normal A chord and you take out the middle finger. And then that's the same effect for A7. One more chord that we're going to learn this to add the 6 to is D. So here's D. Right? And then D at 6. Okay, so you're going to take your pinky and put it on the 3rd string, 4th fret. Bit of a stretch at first, but surprisingly gets easy. There it is, yeah. Okay, so let's go D, D6, D, C, D6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then here's D7. Right, so now you're going to take your 2nd and 3rd fingers on the 2nd fret, on the 3rd and the 1st string, and then that 1st finger goes on the 1st fret on the 2nd string. There's D7. The only other chord that you'll need for the chord progressions we're going to do is B7. You take your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers and put them on the 5th, 3rd, and 1st string. And then you take your 1st finger on the 1st fret and that goes on the 4th string. And there's B7. So let's try the blues chord progression in E. So we're just going to mostly use a down strum, a repeated down strum, and adding your 6th every second one. And I'll count along while we play so that we can hear where we are in the blues chord progression, okay? So I'll just count bars 1 to 12. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Great. Okay, let's try the same thing in A. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. As you can hear, I found it a little bit tricky on that D chord, but actually I was reaching too high. I was like overestimating how difficult it was. So it's actually not too tricky once you get the hang of it. Okay, that's the blues. So now the important thing is, what if you want to write a song? What if you want to make a melody? So I'll give you just a couple easy hints for that. One is to take a melody where you go from the dominant down to the tonic. So that's in the key of E. So da 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 da, right? And you just can kind of repeat that for the first several bars. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Right? And then for the last 4 bars, you often have to do something a little bit different. So you might go to some note that's in the dominant chord and then back to the tonic chord. So I would often go just the second of the scale. So another way to do it is to take the median of the scale, the third note down to the sixth note of the scale. So I'm going to give you an example of that. Do, 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 do. So you can experiment with that, just trying really simple melodies. So one thing you'll notice too is that sometimes the third in that scale is a major third, and sometimes it's a minor third. Like do 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 do. There's that major third, and then if we go to the subdominant chord, we go do 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 do. So yeah, so when you're doing a blues scale, you can actually play around with that major and minor third, which is really kind of cool. And so beyond that, you just kind of have to experiment with it, like get to know that basic chord structure, get familiar with it, sing along with yourself, learn a couple songs in the blues key, and sing along with them, see what people do with their melody. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you. Have fun playing the blues. It's such a great thing to have in your music therapy toolbox. All right, take care.